During Excellent Summit 2023, which held in the Port Harcourt campus of the Nigerian Law School, I shared a profound tip about how I approached my reading in law school. Here is a clip of the part where I shared this profound tip.
So you are wondering, are there things, traces of things that are in your life that can point to the fact that the spirit of excellence is resting on you? Because someone may be here wondering, I don't think I'm excellent. I think the other person is. The spirit of excellence can manifest in two ways: the unmerited favor of God and the supernatural ability to walk. Most of us are familiar with the first one, the unmerited favor that would bring things, you don't deserve it and everything comes to you. I'll still come to that, but let me just quickly tell you about this supernatural ability, because it is as good. The person sharing testimony that they did not read anything and they saw the exam question and they knew what to write. That testimony is beautiful, but it's as glorious as God strengthened me and I was able to read. It's also supernatural. This supernatural ability helps you to labor and to be diligent. But the amazing thing is that it is labor from the place of rest. I say to you, I had a seamless time in the law school. I used to read for hours. Like, I had combined reading of hours daily, but it was not burdensome. Because God gave me the wisdom to see that reading is not just sitting down in front of your book to read. If I ask you now, what's the definition of reading? You're like, I have to sit in my reading table and, read. But how about that you were discussing with your friend about the covenant not to sublet under leases? It was just a conversation. And you enter the exam hall and you see, draft the covenant not to sublet. And the only thing you remember that makes sense to you at that time is your conversation with your friend. That's reading. So God began to show me that, my reading is not just when I sit down. So I began to value every learning opportunity I had. I usually told people that I had at least 5 contacts with each topic when lectures were on. 5 contacts. My first contact with a new topic would be, number 1, the previous day when I'm preparing the task on my own. The next contact would be when I'm in the group meeting where we are discussing that task. The third contact would be at night when I'm revising for that class. I'm reading for that class ahead of the day. I may not understand everything, but I kept at it. My fourth reading would be in the morning, or that's my third rather, when I'm discussing with my study group 90, that topic. That's another contact. Another contact is when I go to school and I'm in class. So I fought all my senses to be alert in class because it was a learning opportunity. It was my reading. So I won't say I want to miss a class, because that would mean I've not read that topic. Then when I'm done from class, I would revise everything I'm saying to you. There was none that at a stretch, except for the lectures, more than 2 hours. My personal reading at night then was 11 to 1. Sometimes if I'm done, I'll cover it up and rest. My discussion with my study group was 1 hour. My group meeting, 1 hour. Being in class or revising, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So if I come out and tell you that I've read for 9 hours today, if I don't explain, a lot of people will be intimidated, because they're only picturing a grace that, having done all this, is still sitting down for 9 hours from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. to read. No, that was not it. But this wisdom came. So I could boldly say, if you ask me, have you read this topic? Yes, I've read. So for everyone, that wisdom to see that is the ability of God that sustains you, is an expression, is a manifestation of the spirit of excellence. So also you begin to read, not just for your exams, but you are more interested, paying attention in class. One of the things I wrote down was that I'll be attentive in class. In fact, I coveted the mic in class. This is contrary to what some law school students feel, because they feel like I'm always avoiding the mic. No, I coveted the mic because for me, talking into the mic meant that I will not sleep in that class. I'll be alert no matter what happens. And I used to sit in front, so anything could happen. at any time. So I would listen with attention. If I'm feeling sleepy, I'll just step out, take a snack or something, come back, but I have to be in that class. You know, it may look like it's not making sense, but as you are listening, the Holy Spirit is putting that thing in your heart. As you do your own natural side, I'm talking about the supernatural ability to work. As you do your own natural side, the Holy Spirit brings the super. And by the unmerited favor of God, you will see the supernatural results. You will see the supernatural play out in your academics. You will see it in tangible operation. That's the unmerited favor of God, which you do not work for. So I want you to see that, when the grace of God is working on you and the spirit of excellence is working, it does not mean you will not like reading. I've had diverse manifestations. I've seen exam questions, like in my dream, or by seeing and knowing, I can know. Like now, if I tell you that charges will come out in the bar exams, what's that? It's an obvious fact. So there are some things that are that obvious. It's the Spirit of God that will help you lay hold and discern.